The Sentient Forest, a battle between nature and betrayal. The forest stretched endlessly, a verdant expanse teeming with life and mystery. Towering trees with ancient gnarled branches formed a dense canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor below. The air was thick with the scent of earth and foliage, a testament to the rich biodiversity within. This forest, untouched for centuries, seemed to breathe with a life of its own. Ethan, the ambitious project manager, stood at the edge of the forest, surveying the land with a mix of determination and excitement. "This is it," he announced to his team, "the perfect location for our new resort." His vision was clear, a luxurious getaway amidst nature's beauty. However, Ethan's enthusiasm was not shared by everyone. Lily, an environmental scientist with a deep love for nature, frowned as she looked at the forest. "Ethan, we need to reconsider this. There's something special about this place. It's almost alive." Her voice held a note of urgency, but Ethan dismissed her concerns with a wave of his hand. "Nonsense, Lily. It's just a forest. We have permits, and the investors are counting on us. Let's get started." As the team began their initial surveys, strange occurrences started to unfold. Machinery that had been working perfectly the day before suddenly malfunctioned. Workers reported hearing whispers carried by the wind and seeing shadows that moved on their own. Tom, the head of the construction crew, laughed off these incidents as mere coincidences, but Lily remained uneasy. One afternoon, while exploring a particularly dense area of the forest, Lily stumbled upon ancient markings etched into a tree. Symbols she couldn't decipher covered the bark, telling a story she couldn't yet understand. She knelt down, tracing the patterns with her fingers, feeling an inexplicable connection. "Ethan, you need to see this," she called, her voice echoing through the trees. When he arrived, she pointed to the markings. "These symbols, they mean something. I think this forest has a history we don't know about." Ethan looked at the tree, then back at Lily. "You're overreacting. It's just some old carvings. We need to focus on the project." Despite his dismissive attitude, the forest seemed to respond to their presence with increasing hostility. One evening, a massive tree collapsed without warning, narrowly missing Tom. The crew was shaken, but Ethan remained steadfast. "We can't let a few accidents stop us," he insisted. As days turned into weeks, Lily's unease grew. She spent more time exploring the forest, guided by an unseen force. One night, she had a vivid dream of the forest as it had been centuries ago, inhabited by a thriving community who revered the land. She woke with a start, realizing the forest was trying to communicate with her. Determined to uncover the truth, Lily ventured deeper into the woods. The deeper she went, the more she felt the forest's presence. It was as if the trees, the animals, and even the air itself were aware of her every step. She followed a faint, almost imperceptible trail, which led her to a clearing where an elderly woman sat by a fire. "Welcome, child," the woman said, her voice like the rustling of leaves. "I am Maya, guardian of this forest." Lily felt a shiver run down her spine. "Maya, I need to understand. What is this place?" Maya smiled, her eyes twinkling with ancient wisdom. "This forest is alive with a spirit as old as time. Sylva, the guardian spirit, protects it. You and your friends have awakened it." Lily listened in awe as Maya recounted the history of the forest and its spirit. Sylva had protected the land for generations, maintaining a delicate balance between nature and humanity. "The forest is not just a collection of trees and animals," Maya explained. "It is a living, breathing entity, capable of great power." Returning to the camp, Lily knew she had to convince Ethan of the forest's sentience. As she shared Maya's story, Ethan's skepticism began to waver. The incidents, the symbols, and now this revelation, it was too much to ignore. "We need to respect this place," Lily urged. "If we continue, we risk not only the project but ourselves." Ethan looked around, the weight of the forest's presence heavy on his shoulders. For the first time, he felt a flicker of doubt. "Maybe you're right, Lily, but convincing the investors won't be easy." Little did they know, the forest had only just begun to reveal its secrets. The true extent of its power and the lengths it would go to protect itself were yet to be seen. As they stood on the brink of a discovery that could change everything, the forest watched and waited, a borrower, its ancient spirit ready to defend its home at any cost. As the days wore on, the forest's hostility intensified. Ethan's team found themselves in an escalating battle against nature. Trees seemed to shift positions overnight, making previously clear paths impassable. Roots emerged from the ground to trip workers, and wildlife became increasingly aggressive. The atmosphere grew more ominous with each passing day. Lily, determined to uncover the truth, delved deeper into the forest. She followed the trail of symbols and markings, feeling an invisible force guiding her steps. Her dreams became more vivid, filled with images of the past and whispers of the forest's memories. The connection she felt grew stronger, urging her to seek answers. One afternoon, while exploring a particularly dense part of the forest, Lily encountered Maya again. The elderly woman seemed to appear out of nowhere, her presence both comforting and commanding. "You are on the right path, child," Maya said, her eyes reflecting the wisdom of ages. "Maya, I need to know more," Lily implored. "The forest is alive, I can feel it. But how can we protect it?" Maya nodded, her expression grave. "The forest is indeed alive, and it remembers everything. Sylva, the guardian spirit, has watched over this land for centuries, but now it faces a threat greater than ever before. You must help convince your friends to stop this destruction." Back at the camp, tensions were high. Ethan was under immense pressure from his superiors to proceed with the project, despite the growing number of accidents and strange occurrences. Tom, who had been skeptical at first, now shared Lily's concerns. He had witnessed too many inexplicable events to ignore. "Ethan, we need to rethink this," Tom said one evening, after another piece of equipment failed mysteriously. "Something isn't right here. Maybe Lily's right about the forest." Ethan sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I know, Tom, but what can we do? The investors won't listen to stories about a sentient forest." Lily interrupted, her voice steady and determined. "We need to show them the truth. Maya has agreed to help us perform a ritual to communicate with Sylva. If they see the forest's spirit, maybe they'll understand." Reluctantly, Ethan agreed to participate in the ritual. That night, under the cover of darkness, the team followed Lily and Maya deep into the forest. They arrived at a sacred clearing, illuminated by the soft glow of bioluminescent plants. The air was thick with anticipation. Maya began the ritual, chanting in an ancient language. The forest responded, its energy palpable. The trees seemed to sway in rhythm with her words, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of flowers. Lily felt a surge of connection, as if the forest was welcoming them. Suddenly, the clearing was filled with a warm, ethereal light. A figure emerged from the trees, shimmering like sunlight on water. It was Sylva, the guardian spirit, her form both human and otherworldly. She radiated a sense of calm and authority. "Welcome," Sylva's voice echoed in their minds. "I am Sylva, the spirit of this forest. You have awakened me, and I am here to protect my home." Ethan, Tom, and the others stared in awe. Sylva's presence was undeniable, a living testament to the forest's sentience. She shared visions of the past, showing how the land had been a sanctuary for generations, and the dire consequences if it were destroyed. "You see now," Maya said softly, "the forest is not just a place, but a living entity with a history and a soul. We must respect it." Ethan, deeply moved by the experience, knew they had to act. "We need to stop the project," he declared. "We'll find another way. This forest must be preserved." The following days were a blur of activity. Ethan and his team worked tirelessly to document their findings and prepare their case for the investors. They gathered evidence of the forest's sentience, supported by Lily's research and Tom's testimony. The ritual had been recorded, providing undeniable proof of Sylva's existence. However, as they prepared to present their case, a new threat emerged. Alex, a member of the team, was discovered to be a corporate spy, sabotaging their efforts to delay the project. His true motive was to undermine Ethan's team and acquire the land for a rival company. The betrayal shocked everyone, but it also galvanized them. They confronted Alex, gathering evidence of his deceit. With the truth revealed, Ethan and his team present their case to the board, emphasizing the forest's sentience and the urgent need for preservation. To their relief, the board was convinced. The project was halted, and the forest was designated a protected sanctuary. The team celebrated their victory, knowing they had saved something truly irreplaceable. As they stood at the edge of the forest, watching the sun set over the trees, Lily felt a deep sense of fulfillment. "We did it," she said softly. "We saved the forest." Ethan nodded, his gaze thoughtful. "Yes, but it's more than that. We've learned to respect and protect what we don't fully understand. That's the real victory." The forest, now safe, seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. Its ancient spirit, Sylva, watched over them, a silent guardian of nature's harmony. And in the hearts of those who had fought to save it, a newfound respect for the world around them took root, promising a future where humanity and nature could coexist in peace. With the forest now designated as a protected sanctuary, Ethan, Lily, Tom, and the rest of the team felt a sense of relief and accomplishment. They knew their fight was not only for the forest, but for the future of environmental conservation. However, the lingering threat of Alex's betrayal still hung over them, reminding them that their struggle was far from over. Ethan decided to confront Alex directly. Gathering evidence of his sabotage and deceit, he arranged a meeting with the investors and the board of directors. Alex, unaware of the impending confrontation, continued to undermine the team's efforts, believing his actions were still hidden. The meeting was tense. Ethan presented the evidence, detailing how Alex had sabotaged equipment, falsified reports, and secretly communicated with a rival company. The board members, initially skeptical, were swayed by the overwhelming proof. Alex was left speechless, his facade crumbling as his true motives were exposed. Realizing the gravity of his actions, Alex attempted to defend himself, but it was too late. The investors, infuriated by his betrayal, not only fired him, but also decided to take legal action against the rival company that had conspired with him. The team's trust in Ethan and their commitment to the forest's protection were solidified. As the dust settled, Lily returned to the heart of the forest, seeking solace and guidance from Maya. The elderly woman welcomed her with a knowing smile. "You have done well, child. The forest is safe for now. But remember, the true battle is ongoing. Protecting nature requires constant vigilance and respect." Lily nodded, her heart heavy with the weight of responsibility. "I understand, Maya. The forest isn't just a place, it's a living entity that we must cherish and protect." Maya placed a hand on Lily's shoulder. "Indeed, and it's up to people like you to ensure that future generations understand this connection." Meanwhile, Ethan and Tom focused on repairing the damage done by Alex. They worked tirelessly to ensure the safety and preservation of the forest, collaborating with environmental organizations and local communities. Their efforts paid off as more people joined their cause, recognizing the importance of protecting such a unique and sentient ecosystem. One day, as they were conducting a survey, Ethan stumbled upon an ancient, weathered journal hidden among the roots of a giant tree. The journal belonged to one of the original settlers, chronicling their interactions with Sylva and the deep bond they had formed with the forest. The entries spoke of a pact made between the settlers and Sylva, a promise to protect and nurture the forest in exchange for its guidance and shelter. Reading the journal, Ethan and Lily realized the significance of their discovery. The pact was a testament to the long-standing relationship between humans and the forest, a bond that had been forgotten over time. This revelation strengthened their resolve to honor the pact and ensure the forest's legacy endured. Ethan proposed a ceremony to renew the pact, inviting the local community, environmentalists, and even the skeptical investors. The ceremony, held in the same sacred clearing where Sylva had first appeared, was a profound and emotional event. Maya led the ritual, invoking Sylva's presence once more. As Sylva emerged, the forest seemed to come alive, its energy palpable. She acknowledged the renewed commitment and shared a vision of harmony between humans and nature. The attendees were moved, understanding that their role was not to dominate the land but to coexist with it respectfully. The ceremony marked a turning point. The investors, witnessing the forest's sentience and the deep connection it shared with the community, pledged to support conservation efforts. Resources were allocated to protect and study the forest, ensuring its preservation for future generations. Lily, now a passionate advocate for environmental conservation, continued her work with renewed vigor. She traveled to share the story of the sentient forest, inspiring others to recognize and respect the intrinsic value of nature. Her journey was just beginning, but she knew she was on the right path. Ethan and Tom, too, found a new sense of purpose. They dedicated their lives to protecting natural habitats, driven by the lessons learned from the Sentient Forest. Their bond with the forest and with each other grew stronger, rooted in their shared mission. As they stood at the edge of the forest, watching the sun set over the horizon, they felt a deep sense of peace. The forest, now thriving and protected, was a symbol of what could be achieved when humans and nature worked together in harmony. And in their hearts, they knew the true value of the lesson they had learned, that the preservation of nature was not just a duty, but a privilege, one that required unwavering dedication and respect. The forest, with its ancient spirit Sylva, remained a silent guardian, watching over them. Its whispers echoed through the trees, a reminder that the bond between humans and nature was eternal. And so, the legacy of the Sentient Forest lived on, a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring power of respect and harmony. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing short story. See you in the next one.